Everyone. A friend of mine has asked me to make a card for a lady at her golf club. And she wanted the wording to say, "Jill, thank you for being Ladies Captain 2024. And this lady's theme for the year is ecology. So my friend said, butterflies and bees, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. So what I did was go to the computer with my two dies that I was going to cut my front panel from, and with my page set so that the visible image was exactly the same size as the actual sheet of A4 card that I was going to be printing onto, I put this in front of the screen, as I do, just to make sure I got this wording in the correct place. I wanted the Jill level with the left-hand side of the smaller square, and the rest of it to be midway between that bottom section and in the middle, side to side. So what I had a vision of, I dug out some Gummiapan dies. I've got this little butterfly, which is a kind of a partial die cut, in that the wings can be raised, but the rest of it is embossed into the card itself. I did that into the bit that I cut out of the middle, and I'm going to try and use this panel. If it doesn't work, I can cut another one and put it behind. So I've got the butterfly. I have a beehive. I've cut two here. I've got a few little bits of greenery that can be growing near the legs of there. I did fish out this. This is also a Gummiapan bee, but I've got an idea that it might be just altogether too big. So I've got a cunning plan in my mind to use this speckle, whatever you call, splatter stamp, to look like, you know, a swarm of bees in the distance. But that, you see, would be like that. I just don't think that kind of goes. I don't think I could find anywhere. I don't know. Let's just see. I don't think I could find anywhere for it to go. I think it's going to look just as too out of proportion. So I think we'll go with what I was thinking. So for this bit, I want to cut this. I've got a bit of green on there from off my finger somewhere. I want to cut one up to add a little bit of dimension to the other one, and then that's going to go kind of on there, and then I'll stick the bits of greenery at the bottom. But I thought what I would do would be to ink a little bit of colour onto the background. So I've dug out Mowed Lawn Distress Oxide for a little bit at the bottom for the grass, and then some tumbled glass above that, fading to kind of nothing, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to try and do that little bit of shading. So I've got my brush. This that I've got just draped over the edge of my work mat or work surface is my scrapbook.com grippy mat thing. I don't know what they call it exactly, but that's what it is anyway. So the butterfly is going to be up in the air like that, so the grass is going to be down here. So I'm going to start at the bottom and just go across a little bit. I think I need a fair bit of pressure for this one, because it's only a small brush. Don't want too far up because, as I say, I want to fade away to nothing. Let's just see what well, that might be all right. I can always add a bit more green. This also is my scrapbook.com tool looker afterer thing that you can pop bits and pieces that you're using in to keep your work surface clear. And I really need that because the space I have is just so limited. So I thought I would try tumbled glass, as it's really a pale colour. I did wonder about speckled egg, but we'll try tumbled glass. Just going to go next. Very, very gently. This little mark here is where I tore my low tack tape off rather inexpertly and just tugged a bit, but as hive is going to go there. I didn't think it mattered. I wasn't going to bother doing another one. Okay. Let's just blend this in a little bit more at the midpoint here. There we go. Let's see. I think that might be okay. Right, for the butterfly, I thought I would just colour the wings a little bit with a marker, and I've chosen a blue one of my Ohuhus, and it's called Vienna Blue B180. Now, in order to colour that without any risk of getting it onto the background, what I'm going to do is pop the wings up like this, and I'm just going to put a little bit of card behind like that, just as a little guard, just so that I don't go where I shouldn't. I think I might do his body in black, and I intend putting a little bit of twinkle over these as well. There's one side. Have I done that deeply enough there? There we go. Now we'll do the other side. Okay. There we go. Right. Let's see a little bit there, just. It's very small. Okay. If I just get a fine liner now, I should be able to do his body. And I'm going to put my glasses on for this. Is this fine enough? Probably. It's in two pieces, actually. There we go. Right, now I'm going to put some gloss over that. I can do the same thing again, actually, just protect it slightly. Ooh, look. Pretty. Right. I'll put that on one side while I just start messing about with the old hive to see if we can make that look a little bit more dimensional. So let me cut. Let's put this away. In my stand is my scissors. Let's cut the top off. By the way, Gummiapan, the advent calendar for 2024, which is for delivery in November, is now on pre-order. They're only available by pre-ordering. I think they do sort of close the order line at some point during the year. But if you don't pre-order, it's just a question of luck whether there would be any left over at the end for, you know, regular people to just buy straight away in November or wherever. Right, the next one, I'm just wondering whether, just to cut these bits out, can you see these lines? Just whether to cut those out and put the bits on in between. I think I may do that. I just want to give it a bit of dimension. I'm going to have to put some shading on because, as I say, I've got green on it. I don't really want green on it. It could be green, I suppose. It could be a bit of algae or something, couldn't it? Right, let's What should I do with that one? Should I cut that one, pop that one out? I think I will. Okay. Let me stick these on. I'll put some shading on afterwards. Or should I do it before? Let's just start a little bit. This is just a very pale grey. Do the edges, because the rest won't be seen. That will be grey. That will be grey. I'll just do the edges here. The rest you won't see, I don't suppose. I'll colour the rest in a minute. Right, we'll stick this bit on. I may want another kind of roof thing to stick forward, but I'm going to leave it white just with a bit of shading on. The middle one is this one. Don't want that one, I just want this one. I'm going to leave that one to be a bit recessed, I think. Because also, I want to put these coming over it, and if it's too deep, it will be a bit of a, you know, it'll look a bit funny. That's what I think anyway, in my little mind. Right. Now I'll put some more shading on this. Just going to use a clear blender just to smooth out the edges. Right, let's see what we look like. Let's colour in these little bits of greenery. I think actually from Gummiapan, these are supposed to be, I think they were herbs. They were from a little set with some pots or something or other that were herbs. So I don't know if that's what it is or not. Let's just get something to colour on. So I'm probably going to go over the edge of these. I've got out a green here. I've got a olive green, it is, G190. I think I'll just put another one with it just to make it a little bit more authentic. Look at this, I'm getting quick at finding these, aren't I? This is just a yellowy one, a yellowy green. Oops. Hope it's going to show up against the beehive. Let's have a look. Let me just pop this in here for a moment just to see. I'm going to put the outside up onto foam tape. Now, this is where it may all go horribly wrong, but just here is where I fancy my bees in the distance. This is the stamp I intend using. It's just a splatter stamp, very, very old one from Stampin' Up. It was in a set called Gorgeous Grunge, and I've loved it for years. I've got some Versafine Clair in Morning Mist, and I'm just going to do it holding the stamp in my fingers. And I just thought I would do it above. Let me just take this out of the way. Let's get this out. Don't want it on the surround, just in case. I thought I would just do it kind of. Make sure I've got none on the edge. There's a bit there. Don't want lines from the edges. Let's just do it. That's it. That's all I'm doing. That is all I'm doing. Oh, right. I think I'll stick this down. I think that's kind of going to do. Right. Let's stick down the beehive. It's interesting what you get asked to make, isn't it, as a card maker? Everybody's got different reasons for wanting to send greetings to friends or family or whomever. There we go. Quite like that bit of green. That was a bit of a mistake, but it actually makes it look a little bit more authentic, I think, really. A little bit of algae. We'll stick these on. Stuck to me. There we go, put it there. Oh yeah. So, my way round getting the perspective right was just, as I say, to do those little swarm of bees or whatever. It's an idea. I don't know if you think it works or not. I'd be interested to hear your opinion. I'm very, very close to my 20,000 subscribers for YouTube, and so I would just again like to thank all of you who have subscribed. It doesn't cost anything. Those of you who haven't actually pressed the button yet, it doesn't cost anything to you, and it means a lot to me. So I'm going to carry on, just put my foam tape behind that, raise that, and I think we're in business. So as ever, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come and join me again next time.